Dive in on Gotta Watch the Tape from cleveland.com. Doug Lesmerises, Scott Patsko, Ellis Williams. Time for some Nick Chubb. Right, Scott Patsko? Little Nick Chubb today. One play from last year that tells you a lot about next year's.
This play is Nick Chubb's 54-yard run against the Eagles in Week 11. This was the second straight week that he broke free for a big run of over 50 yards. You remember the week before against the Texans, he had that 59-yarder. He ducks out of bounds at the one to ice the game. This one wasn't a touchdown either, but I picked it because it kind of highlights all the things Nick Chubb does well and some of the things that he does better than almost anybody else in the league. So to kind of set the situation for this play, it's fourth quarter, 1st and 10 for the Browns at their own 39-yard line. 10:40 left to play, and the Eagles had just cut the Browns' lead to 12-10 with a field goal. Now they're in 11 personnel on this play, which was more rare than usual in this game because you remember this was right in the middle of that wind and rain trilogy of games that the Browns had last season. So the Browns only ran 11 personnel with 3 receivers on the field 30% of the time in this game, which was even lower than their normal percentage, which was among the lowest in the league. They only did 23 plays in this game. This formation they're in is about as vanilla as you're going to get from the Browns. It's Higgins wide left, Hodge, Landry, and Bryant on the right with Landry in the slot. There's no motion. Mayfield's under center. It's just basic football. So the play is designed to go left. The Eagles are in a bad spot here. The Eagles had 7 players in the box, so 5 of them are on the wrong side of the field. They have just 2 linemen and 2 linebackers to the right of the ball. A third linebacker is basically 5 yards straight back from the ball. So the majority of the people in the box are in a spot on the field where the Browns are running away from. So that's just 2 linemen in the path of this play, which means the Eagles, instead of creating traffic and congestion for Chubb, they're going to have to deal with him in space, and that's not really a challenge they're going to win on this play. There is play action. Mayfield takes a handoff and rolls right, and he gets the attention of 3 of those defenders on the backside of the play. So the Browns are already even in a better situation at that point. Wills and Bitonio are crushing their blocks, pushing their defenders to the side. Treader takes out a linebacker. He just destroys this guy. I think there's like a 60-pound difference. I looked up the weights. So there's no chance. So there's 3 defenders right out of the play. But all that kind of sets up the stage for one of Nick Chubb's best runs of the season.
And so, Scott, when you get a good formation like this and you get a couple good blocks, the thing that I wonder about sometimes, like, all right, well, would every running back do this? Is this just set up for like moderately competent NFL running back X gets 50 yards here? Or is this where Nick Chubb shows us how he's special? What did Chubb do here?
Yeah, I think it's him showing us that he's special because when he gets the handoff, he kind of leans into going wide, and he makes all the blockers, or he makes all the defenders kind of commit that way before he cuts back. And not everybody's going to see that lane, even though it is huge. But that's just one of the things that this play has that we've come to expect from Chubb, right? There's the cutback, there's the broken tackles, there's the vision, which is part of the cutback. There's the speed, the fact that it's an explosive play. It's all here on this one play. And it has to do with Bitonio, Wills, and Teller all dominating their blocks and pushing everybody so wide that it's there. But this is kind of, once you make that cutback, it's on Chubb then. And that's where the parade of missed tackles starts. Because first there's number 95, who's the edge rusher, Joe Ostman or Ostman. I really don't know how to pronounce his name. I had to look him up because I wasn't familiar with him. I even looked on the flip card that the Browns send out with pronunciations for this game. He was not on it. That's how insignificant this guy apparently is. But I'm going to call him Joe Ostman just because I want to. He was undrafted out of Central Michigan back in 2017. He's basically been on the Eagles practice squad the last few years. This was his first NFL game. He was finally activated, and this was his first NFL game. He played on 9 defensive snaps in this game, so this was one of them. He made 1 tackle this past season, and it's on this play. Pro Football Focus gave Chubb 10 avoided tackles in this game, and 4 of them come on this play.
Oh, wow.
After Ostman, Chubb avoids the diving attempt of the free safety, who had a good angle at the beginning, but once Chubb avoids that first tackle, the safety's ankle is all messed up, and he basically can't get to him on the outside. So that's two missed tackles right there. If Ostman isn't there trailing the play to finally make the tackle, Chubb probably regains his balance and gets into the end zone because you still have Landry and Higgins in front of you who push the defender out of bounds. And you also have Hodge ready, kind of still in block mode. They're ready to go. And there's maybe just one or two guys to worry about. So the fact that he did get up after being humiliated at the beginning of this play and then coming back to make the tackle, I think deserves note. But beyond that, that's basically the play. It's great blocking, great vision by Chubb, and then Chubb kind of doing his thing with speed, avoiding tackles, and just not going down until multiple people are around him and able to make the play.